On behalf of Eduvictor Solutions, I wish you a cheerful welcome. What do you understand by disguised unemployment? Explain with an example, each from rural and urban areas. It is a situation in which number of workers engaged in a job is much more than actually required to do it. If some of them are withdrawn from that job, total production will not fall. This is a situation of underemployment where people are apparently working but all of them are made to work less than their potential. For example, in rural areas, if 2 farmers are required to cultivate a land measuring 1 hectare but actually 5 persons are engaged there, then 3 persons are disguisedly unemployed. In urban areas, there are thousands of casual workers in service sector employed as painters, plumbers, carpenters, etc., who search for daily employment but don't find work every day. Similarly, people on street pushing a cart or selling something where they may spend the whole day but earn very little, hence they are underemployed. Distinguish between open unemployment and disguised unemployment. Open unemployment. It is a situation in which a person who is able and willing to work at existing wage rate cannot get work. The person is clearly visible as unemployed. It is usually found among agricultural laborers, educated unemployed. Disguised unemployment. It is a situation in which more people are engaged in an activity than are required. As a result, people are made to work less than their potential. This kind of unemployment is hidden. It generally prevails in agriculture sector. Mounting pressure of population in rural areas along with no alternative employment is its major cause. How can more employment be created in rural areas? Expansion of irrigation facilities through construction of wells, digging of canals. This will provide employment to more people on same agricultural land. Better infrastructure like rural roads, transportation and storage facilities. It will generate employment in the farm sector as well as in services like transport or trade. Provision of cheap agricultural credit to farmers. It will enable them to purchase agricultural inputs like HYV seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. Establishing agro-based industries like dal mills, food processing units, etc. More education and healthcare facilities should be built. This will provide more employment opportunities to teachers, doctors, nurses, and health workers. How can more employment be created in urban areas? Rapid industrialization with special emphasis on promotion of labor-intensive small-scale industries. Promoting tourism, regional crafts industries or IT sector. Providing loans to people at a cheap rate to create self-employment opportunities. More education and health centers should be built. On the basis of employment conditions, how economic activities are classified. On the basis of employment conditions, activities in the economy are classified into organized and unorganized sectors. Organized sector, the sector which carries out all activities through a system and follows government regulations. Unorganized sector, the sector that evades most of the laws and is outside the government control. Compare the employment conditions prevailing in the organized and unorganized sectors. On the basis of employment conditions, activities in the economy are classified into organized and unorganized sectors. Organized sector. It covers enterprises or places of work which are registered with the government and have to follow its rules and regulations. Terms of employment are regular and workers enjoy security of employment. People have fixed working hours, and if they work overtime, they are paid overtime allowances by the employer. Workers get several other benefits like paid leave, provident fund, medical benefits, safe environment, etc. Every worker gets regular salary at the end of the month. Unorganized sector. It is characterized by small and scattered units which are largely outside the control of government and hence no rules and regulations are followed. Jobs are not regular and employment is not secure. Generally, working hours are not fixed and workers are not paid for overtime. There is no provision for paid leaves, leaves due to sickness, etc. Wages or salary is irregular and jobs are low paid. There is a need for protection and support to the workers in an unorganized sector. Who are these vulnerable people who need protection? In rural areas, the people in unorganized sector mostly comprise of landless agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, artisans such as weavers, carpenters, etc. In urban areas, unorganized sectors comprise mainly of workers in small-scale industry, casual workers in construction, trade and transport, and those working as street vendors, rag pickers, etc. A large majority of workers from scheduled caste, tribes and backward communities find themselves in the unorganized sector. How can the workers in unorganized sector be protected? In rural areas, people like cobblers, small and marginal farmers, weavers, carpenters, etc. work in unorganized sector. They can be protected by providing loans at low rate of interest, providing inputs at subsidized or low rates, giving adequate storage and transportation facility, providing marketing outlets for sale of goods. In urban areas, workers in small-scale industry, casual workers at construction sites, rickshaw pullers, rag pickers, etc. are the ones working in unorganized sector. They can be protected by providing loans at low rate of interest, giving support for marketing of output, helping in procuring raw materials. The casual workers in both rural and urban areas need to be protected through the strict implementation of laws. I hope you like our video and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thanks.